I am one of those people that just thinks there is a magical feeling in the air on the day of your birthday. I have always loved it. I just think it's just so fun to me. And now that I am a mom, I feel the same way about my daughter's birthday, and I'm sure I will feel that way whenever my other daughter has her first birthday. Because of that, I do really like to try and make her birthday really special, but I try to keep in mind things that she will remember whenever she gets older and things that are really exciting to her right now. Realistically, this is a very low spend thing because she's not excited by anything that costs a ton of money. She might like going to get a balloon from the grocery store or a thing of Play-Doh. She loved this little crown that I am making her, which was made entirely out of thrifted fabric. As a quick side note to my birthday conversation, I want to talk about thrifting fabric. I think that oftentimes online we hear about thrifting bed sheets or duvet covers or old linens, tablecloths, and repurposing them. But often I feel as though the point of actually just thrifting literal fabric gets a little bit missed. Nearly every single thrift store I have been to has had a fabric section. Some of them are certainly better than others. And that is how I acquire most of my fabric. Now, also, you might want to check your own city for a fabric specific thrift store. We have one local-ish to us, but I have also been to them in other cities. Whenever I travel, I almost always look for fabric thrift stores. I have been to one in Brooklyn and a couple of other cities that were just so fun to visit. But I think that this is something that often goes under people's radars. They might think, I can't thrift fabric. I've looked, our thrift store doesn't have it. You might check other thrift stores or start digging around for a creative reuse store or just a literal fabric thrift store in your city. You might be pleasantly surprised at what you find. An embroidered birthday bunting has become somewhat of a tradition for my daughter's birthday. I am, of course, planning to reuse them for our second daughter and hopefully some of their cousins as well, because they do just turn out so cute. And I'm hoping to have a little stash of birthday buntings that we can pull out each year. Me and my husband keep joking that I should make one for my birthday next month and that we should start adding some older ages as well. It's just funny. But this is something that I think just makes birthdays a little bit more festive, a little bit more fun. And I hope that as the years go by, she'll remember actually making these with me and that she'll know that I took the time to do this and that makes her feel very loved. Whenever I think about the memories they will take with them whenever they get older, I love to picture them telling other people, just like other people tell me all the time, oh, my mom every year made us a bunting and a crown for our birthdays. We have a whole collection of buntings and crowns. Or my mom made us a special birthday dress. My mom made our Halloween costume. These are the things that I hear whenever I bring my girls out in handmade outfits, because people ask me about them and they say these things. These are the memories that I have. My mom made a lot of our Halloween costumes and she made stuff for us. I think that that's a memory that they will take with them and hopefully really appreciate when they get older. Of course, right now to a 3-year-old, a dress is just a dress. It doesn't make any difference whether I made it or not, but I hope that she has fond memories of sewing with me and just knowing that her mom took the time to do that in the way that so many adults tell me their parents took the time to do that. So I know that for a lot of people, that's a memory that they have and love. And that's another thing that I'm trying to create. Not just stuff that they're going to love right now while they're 3 or 1 or 4 or 5, but also little traditions that they'll look back on whenever they get older. And they'll know that I really tried to make it special for them. When it's steak night, my husband loves to cook, so we landed on doing some steak tacos. While he made the steak and actually recorded, I whipped up some fresh corn tortillas that were so tasty. And then we just find that the produce in the summer is so fresh. So you have good fresh cilantro, some really good salsa from the farmer's market. I went to a street taco restaurant recently and they put radishes on their tacos just to give it a little bit of crunch, and it was so tasty. So we got some of those, obviously some onions. It was so tasty. In summertime, we're eating tacos basically every single night. I just find that they are such a convenient meal whenever we are out all day. It's important to me that I am sourcing really good proteins for those tacos, which is why I'm excited to introduce today's video sponsor, ButcherBox. ButcherBox is a fully customizable subscription box with high quality meat and seafood delivered directly to your door. They have taken all of the guesswork out of sourcing high quality meats and seafoods. They have the highest standards of quality and animal welfare. It's also built for real life. The subscription box is fully customizable for whenever you need it and what you want, and it's delivered straight to your door, which is extremely convenient. You can feel really good about the quality knowing that the beef is 100% grass-fed, the seafood is wild caught, and there are no added antibiotics or hormones ever. If you're watching this and thinking ButcherBox would be a game changer in your kitchen, make sure to head to the link in my description. You can use my code SUNNY for $60 off plus free protein for a year. Thanks so much to ButcherBox for sponsoring today's video. No, this is going to be, I'll make you a purple crown next year. This crown has butterflies on it. If you are watching this and thinking, I don't know how to sew, but I like the idea of doing that for my children's birthdays or for someone that I love for their birthday, This would be a really good first project to do, especially the bunting. Buntings are so easy and they just add so much whimsy to any room or any birthday. So all you need is a triangle, and you just cut out a bunch of triangles, put them right side together and stitch them up. You do the top with rickrack like I did here, or you can do it with bias binding that you can buy from a store like Hobby Lobby. That would be a super simple project to start with. The crown is a little bit more complicated just because you do have to go so carefully over the points, but still would be a very, very beginner friendly project. It would expose you to turning out straps and interfacing, all kinds of fun things that definitely would be beginner friendly. So if you are thinking you don't know how to do this, but you have a machine that you want to try, I would definitely give this little project a go.
You want to say Band-Aid?
You guys will see it in a minute whenever I bring this crown over to my machine, but basically the whole name of the game on sewing a crown like this is just to go very slowly, carefully, and intentionally around the points, and then that will then create a very well-made crown. I am learning that as a mom, I am often put in a position of just thinking, how do I make this day, this Christmas, this event feel magical and special for my daughter and soon to be my daughters whenever my youngest starts to care about that kind of stuff. And while that responsibility is really, really fun, it also can feel like a lot. But when I start to think about the things that are special to me, I realize that toddlers and adults are not all that different. I think that if I could pick my perfect birthday, it wouldn't be some big flashy gift. It would just be spending time with my family, doing something just a little bit out of the ordinary, just a little bit special, and therefore creating memories together that I will cherish for a long time. I love the idea of having a tradition that we do every year on anyone's birthday, my husband's, mine, my toddler's. And so when I think about that, I think that's what she would like. I think she would love just little tiny things that make it special. Like I said, going to the store and getting a balloon and Play-Doh, going out for ice cream, all sorts of those little tiny things. She doesn't need big flashy toys, and neither do I. I just love the idea of making it feel, like I said, like there's just this special vibe in the air on birthdays. And so that is my goal for her. But now I'm realizing it's my goal for basically everyone in the family. Okay, let's try vanilla, Sophia. Come on. Okay. I think that we need cake pans. These are our cake pans. Okay, now let's see what we got.
Now sprinkles, okay?
Oh, yeah, sprinkles. Cornstarch.
I will do two. This is a more here.
And then
Will you use?
No, yes.
No, it's not.
Okay,
I'll do it. Hey, look.
I'm gonna pour it in.
Ready? Pour.
Woo! One more bite.
One more bite. Now you got a couple more. we decided that she was old enough to bake a cake with us. And really all she did was eat a bunch of sprinkles, but she did have a lot of fun doing that. So we will count it as a success. This is the first time I have ever made a cake. So I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I just used a recipe that I found online and just kind of followed it to the letter, as precise as I could tolerate to be. And it was really, really tasty. She took care of some of the pouring of ingredients and all of the sprinkles, which was beyond exciting to her. I think that this might also be a fun thing to do more of in the future as she gets a little bit older and maybe can do more than just the sprinkles.
I chopped that, Mama.
1, 2, 3. Going up. You did it! You're doing a good job, honey. Here's one cake. Gotta do this. Hold on. Oh my gosh! Look at her cake! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.